is our other top story we are following for you. China's premier has arrived in Britain for the start of a trade mission. Premier Keqiang touched down in London earlier on Monday. He is there to discuss trade deals. The UK wants to boost exports. That's the value of, he's expanded the value of goods it sends China by more than $8 billion in the last 3 years. Globally, the UK wants to export to be worth more than $1 trillion worldwide by the year 2020. But some think that that's a step too far, as our UK correspondent Natalie Powell reports.
The car industry is one of Britain's biggest manufacturing success stories in recent years. That's largely thanks to exports, which have doubled over the past decade. According to the Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders, last year alone, overseas customers spent more than $40 billion on British-made vehicles. And the UK wants this trend to spread to other industries. The British government has long hoped for an export-led recovery. It now plans to raise the level of UK exports to $1.7 trillion by 2020. That's double the current figure. But some experts argue this goal is far too high. The British Chamber of Commerce says businesses will need more support from the government to achieve it.
We still have a trade deficit that needs to be addressed, and that has widened in the last month. So more needs to be done in terms of trying to encourage more exports and obviously welcoming the Prime Minister's initiative to increase UK exports. And I would encourage the government to keep that momentum going. So if it's finance, is to make more finance available.
British exports are on the rise, though. Goods from the UK to China increased from almost $13 billion in 2010 to $21 billion last year. And many believe there are more opportunities overseas, particularly in emerging markets.
The narrative's now changing. I think exports needs to be seen as something which is absolutely vital to future growth in the UK economy. Just because we're growing here and in some of our well-established markets in Europe and the US again, doesn't mean that exports to emerging markets aren't important anymore.
But the UK's small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, are lagging behind their French and German counterparts when it comes to exporting goods. And with recent UK exports falling short of the 10% year-on-year growth required to meet the 2020 goal, more government assistance and funding will be needed to put SMEs on the right path when it comes to exporting their goods. Natalie Powell, CCTV, London.